My name is John. Most people know me as Caddy Daddy, and with Caddy Daddy Presents, we are going to show you another Cadillac dismantling episode. This is episode number 3 of taking the iconic 1959 Fleetwood apart for the car that Neil Young sold me, the 1959 Eldorado Baritz with all the options on it. Working on that very slowly. Someday it'll be done. But today, Chris is going to be working on dismantling a few more things off the car. And I think we're going to do the harmonic balancer, which is a special one. And Chris will point out the reasons why that it is. And because all 2 harmonic balancers are not the same from 59 to 62. And Chris is going to take off the coil and take off the hood to cowl rubber and all the little clips that come with it and attempt to take off the wiper assembly. Enjoy the next episode.
All right, one of the first things I'm going to do before removing the harmonic balancer itself is I got to take off this bolt. Now this isn't coming off just by using a drill gun. It's not coming off with a socket wrench. So I got to use an air gun. So we got the bolt and the washer. This will be sold on Caddy. This will be on the website. These will be sold separately. The hub itself is special and unique because it is from a car with air conditioning. So it's going to be thicker than the ones without air conditioning. So there's these small screws that are holding on the clips right here. So I got to make my way from here all along the front of the car to take off this trim. So this is where 4 of those small screws I just took off, they were screwed onto the bottom of this and they were attached to these clips right here. I got one, second one, third, and the 4th one is down here towards the center of the car. Now I'm just using a 3/8 inch wrench to take off these bolts so I can finally remove the coil.
I'm John with Caddy Daddy, and today we are filming the 3rd episode of parting out the 1959 Cadillac Fleetwood, where eventually a lot of parts will wind up with you because we're going to list them, and also they may be put on my 59 Cadillac Eldorado Baritz that we're slowly restoring. And by the way, if you haven't watched this before, Neil Young sold me the car, and it's got every single option on it. So here we go today, second day of June, and we have sunshine, we have great weather, 72 degrees, so it's perfect weather to take the car apart. What I have here is a filter for the gas. What makes it special? It's for air-conditioned cars. These are very hard to come by. We only have one, and we're going to be listing it really, really soon. So keep an eye on that. Whenever we get one, we'll list one. But today we're going to take and be trying to remove the exhaust manifolds, the intake manifold. This particular unit is a spacer, but it's like no other spacer I've ever seen before. I don't know where the guy got this from. It's metal, and the ones that we have are reproduction, and they're out of a different kind of material. So yeah, but you'll need a shim and also the carb spacer when you do that for most applications. The other thing we're going to try to remove today is this complete assembly here that has the blower motor in it and the vacuum actuated mode units. This car had air conditioning, so it has more than the normal non-air conditioning car. The other episode, we removed the power steering pump, and all the items that we did not put up last time for sale, we're going to go ahead and put them up on this episode. So a new addition is that we now are having these t-shirts available for sale on both sides. Yes, behind the camera and the editor, Chris, film maker, he's also going to start taking the car apart. So he does a multitasks. He has the man of many hats, which we have to get Caddy Daddy hats someday for him. All right, well, thanks for watching and enjoy this episode.
Got an 11/16 socket. I'm going to take off these bolts. Just took out the last bolt from the right passenger side. Now I'm ready to take out the intake manifold. It's a really cramped area, so I'm just having to work with a wrench and slowly just work it off. I got all these hoses and clamps in the way, so I gotta take these off first. Slowly I've been making progress. I've hit a few spots where I just can't get to right now because of the way the car is positioned. I can't quite get underneath it to take off the exhaust manifold, so I'll have to save that for another episode. And next time I'm going to take off these bolts. They're not wanting to come off today, so I'm going to let them soak in blaster for a few days. So I'm done with today's episode. Now it's time for me to sort through these parts, clean them up, and get them listed on the website.